Hi, welcome to the Tiger forecast for 2020. Today specifically we're going to go over what the female tiger can expect in the year of the metal rat. Tigers are passionate, strong, and courageous. They love their freedom, they love independence, they're natural born leaders. In the year of the rat, this is going to be put to a test. The energy of the rat is not really compatible with the tiger's energy. Tiger may end up feeling restless and need a challenge to keep them happy and healthy. Tigers make excellent friends, and they're known for their sense of humor. Tiger's always a great addition to any party. Are lucky enough to have a friend that's a tiger, you probably know instantly because they are so much fun at parties. They're ready to go and do things, and they're very adventurous and very courageous. These are the women that forge the way. They enjoy long-lasting relationships, but only if they don't feel smothered or hemmed in. If you want to stay in a relationship with a tiger, you give them their freedom. They make great life partners as long as, like I said, they don't feel smothered. Tigers are flirts by nature, but they're very committed to their partners. And parenting is a privilege for most tigers. They take it seriously. They make good parents. They're both intelligent and patient with their children, and they're able to distance themselves from social pressures when it comes to raising their children and able to see each child's unique light. Yes, they make great mothers, and they're very great at giving children freedom and respect to grow and to flourish. So that's a little bit about the female tiger. So what can you expect? Well, 2020 is going to be an interesting year for you. It's going to be up and down, but because this energy will be challenging, it's going to open up new opportunities for you. Tigers go with the flow. They're pretty laid back. They have an idea of where they want to go, but don't really care how they get there. This type of attitude will not work in 2020. If you want to be successful, and female tigers usually are dynamic in their careers, then you will need to chart your own path, and you'll need to really decide what's important to you and what you can let go. And we're going to talk more about that when we talk about relationships too. Most tigers are by nature daredevils, and your love of fun and adventure can lead you away from your career goals or your family goals in 2020. The rat is very structured, likes a routine, basically everything that a tiger hates. So you see how the energies are really not compatible. So let's just break this energy down for 2020. Health, wealth, career, finances, family relationships. What's the deal? What can the female tigers expect health-wise for 2020? Well, first, tigers generally enjoy good health, except for some stomach issues. They're usually very healthy, very strong. They're likely to be very athletic, too. Small illnesses such as a cold, a cough, fever rarely get you down. But this coming year, if you do end up catching a cold, and it's very likely in January or February that you will catch a cold, I would highly recommend that you take some time off and rest. Don't push yourself as hard as you usually do, and don't worry about work. It's better to stay home for 3 days and get over the cold than have it turn into something else and you end up missing deadlines at work and getting further behind. Overall, in 2020, your health looks, other than, like I say, some minor stuff, pretty good. However, you should avoid excessive strenuous exercise. And this 2020 is not the year for you to go about some dangerous activities that you actually probably have on your bucket list or do already, whether it's skydiving or deep sea scuba diving, something like that. This is not the year for that. And also, this is the year where you start really committing to stretching before jogging and paying attention to warm-up exercise. You have an abundance of energy, and it is always in your best interest to exercise, and that helps you stay focused and grounded. And I'm not saying stop, I'm just saying just be sure that you stretch beforehand. When you feel exhausted after working long hours, give yourself a break. Go sit in the hot tub. Go do something that you like just for you. Take some time and rest, and you'll feel refreshed and you'll be much better off. So overall, health is good. Pay attention to your workouts. Don't do anything really dangerous in 2020. Okay? 2020 will be a difficult year for both the tiger and the horse. They're probably going to have the hardest time during the year of the metal rat. Key to advancing in this year is leading a balanced lifestyle. Balance the energy by making self-care a priority, and you will find if you create the time for self-care, for exercise, and for play, that you'll burn off this extra energy, you'll keep focused, and you will feel better overall. Career-wise, forecast for you for 2020 looks good. The projects that you're committed to, the things that you're 100% behind, should move forward as long as you can stay focused on them. Chances are good also that you're going to get an advancement at work that will involve travel. Now, this will impact you on many different fronts. This could mean career-wise advancement. This could come forward in the form of more money, or you could be a leader or recognized in your field. So if you're doing a little bit of consulting work and you get a job offer overseas, chances are good you're probably going to take it. The money's going to be good, and there's a prestige that will come with it. The downside of this is how it's going to affect your relationships. In the year of the pig, which is this year, 2019, you started having poor luck with your relationships. And it hasn't been horrible, but things haven't been like they were in the beginning for the married or committed tigers. There's a high probability in January or February, and probably due to you getting sick and being irritable because you're not resting and taking care of yourself, that the relationship will go dramatically downhill. Tension has been building for some time, but with you feeling the pressure of being ill, being behind on work, and just not feeling good, you're more likely to say something or misdirect maybe some of this frustration at your partner. You'll end up snapping at each other and saying things you probably shouldn't, but maybe all the things that you say are true. So chances are really good, if the relationship has been going downhill for a while, you will break up in February. Female tigers are usually very popular. People like them and they respect them. But it could be come March and April that you're not as popular anymore. And it could be because someone is spreading rumors, gossiping, or saying things that are completely false. But guess what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. If you balance your lifestyle, you will be at the peak of your mental power and able to handle anything that's thrown at you, whether it be a coworker or a partner. Single tigers will want to find a partner in the year of the rat, but it's best to focus on yourself instead. Anyone that you meet during this year is likely to not be the one or even the maybe. Okay? Go out instead and have fun with your friends. Celebrate all your victories, celebrate their victories, great and small, but don't search for love. Don't get hooked up in that, because if anything happens, it's going to fizzle out. If you meet someone at the beginning of the year, it could prove very interesting, yes, but chances are good they're not the one. And that's okay. If you just want to go and have some companionship and have some fun, great, but don't expect to be planning a wedding. Your wealth outlook for the year of the metal rat. This is a year where you do have the potential to make more money. It's going to come down to focus and clarity. Decide what you want, get behind it 100%, and yes, you do have the possibility to make more money. If you're salaried, everything should probably rock along like it did in 2019. No big surprises. If you work for yourself in the field of journalism, in the media, or any type of profession that has to do with communication, chances are good sales will go down. Commissions and bonuses will probably be lackluster or less than you've received in the last 2 to 3 years. Investment-wise, if you are a seasoned investor, go ahead and invest. With this one note, don't invest anything you can't afford to lose. This will be a volatile time for the stock market as well. Travel, going back to the travel that we discussed briefly a while ago, chances are good that you'll be traveling. This will probably negatively affect your relationship with your partner, putting even more stress on an already strained relationship. There's going to be so many opportunities presented to you, and not just for travel, but definitely for travel as well. During 2020, you may feel overwhelmed. Tiger likes to take their time. They go with the flow, but they also like to take their time and gauge each opportunity. But things are going to be going fast and furious in 2020, and the first 3 months or so will be slow compared to the next 3 months. So keeping all of this in mind, you're going to have to pick and choose which opportunity that you go with. There's no way you can do them all. The best way to do this is to sit down now before we enter the year of the rat and write out what you want to do. where you want to go, what jobs you want, what countries you'd like to visit now, so that when these opportunities come, you can look at them and go, no, I never really wanted to live in that town, but yes, I definitely wanted to go here. And so you'll have a roadmap to begin with. Tigers are born leaders, and they're very daring, courageous people. The fact of, traveling across the world to go and speak at an event is somewhat daunting. It's not going to stop you from doing it. Where it would stop some of the other signs immediately, just sheer terror of it would stop, but not for you. You take this for granted. You take this self-confidence for granted, but you shouldn't, because this is a gift. This is a gift. That may be a lesson that you get in 2020. If you want a one-on-one reading, how this energy will affect you personally, you can find me at the clinic. But yeah, just know that whatever is thrown at you in 2020, you can handle it, and you can do it, and you'll get through it. For some tigers, this will be an easy year. You'll just, it won't be the best year for investing, and it won't be the best year for marriage. But other than that, yeah, it's gonna be an okay year. The best advice I can give you is to have confidence in yourself. Know what you want. Once you know what you want, these other decisions will be a lot easier. And also, take care of yourself. Make yourself a priority. You can't be everything to everyone when you're ill, right? So use this time, this entire year actually, to get clear on that, to get clear on what's important to you. And also, it's going to probably be a time when you edit your friends. There's some people that you're just different. You're just on different pages. They want different things. They look at life differently. People kind of gravitate towards a tiger. So you're not a collector of people, but they seem to collect you. Now may be the time to be very frank with these people and tell them that, you really don't have much in common, and you appreciate their offer of friendship, but you're not going hiking with them every Sunday, right? Tigers generally don't ever look at the negative side of things. So even though you have people in your circle that you don't see eye to eye on anything with, you're okay with that. But this is probably a time when you don't need that negative energy in your life, and you sure don't need anyone that's going to be very dogmatic or overly critical or negative influencing you in the coming years. I have actually compiled a really small overview, a mini reading, they're like 3 minutes long, of what you can expect every month in 2019. They're probably going to go up the 1st of September. So if you haven't already, be sure and subscribe, because you won't want to miss these. They are personalized by each sign. They're not personalized via gender, but they are by each sign, to give you a flavor of each month for the metal wrap. As I said, I don't want it to be all doom and gloom. You're still going to have a year of luck, of passionate adventure, and laughter. There's going to be times when you want to party and kick up your heels because things are good. So it's not all doom and gloom, okay? Remember, you will get through this. This too shall pass. It's all about learning these lessons of belief in yourself, understanding what you want, and setting your own course. This will be a year when you don't settle for second best. And that goes back to the relationships too. If you're not happy with someone, whether it's in a friendship, partner, the differences will be highlighted as we go into the metal wrap. So chances are good all of that will change. I hope you found this reading helpful. Stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings.